LeBron James and Anthony Davis are not going to play in the Brooklyn Nets game. This is not good. I mean, we just got a devastating loss against the Boston Celtics. We're really struggling this year. We're trying to get to 500. You need your stars. Anthony Davis just came back. I understand you don't want to play him on a back-to-back. I understand LeBron, you're trying to get him some rest too. And I get that, the Brooklyn Nets, if you were ever going to be either team without LeBron and AD, it's probably the Brooklyn Nets. Although, don't get me wrong, they do have a lot of talent, but they've struggled a lot since Kevin Durant's been out. They're not as big, so the Lakers could still match up pretty decently, size-wise and matchup-wise with the Brooklyn Nets. So I do understand that if you're looking at either game and you're going like which game is most winnable without LeBron and AD, you're looking at it and going, okay, the Brooklyn Nets game has to be that game. But we just aren't in a position to be doing this. We're just not. We're not in a position to be taking nights off and running the risk of losing. And then, let's say you lose the Nets game. I get the idea is like, okay, we lose the Nets game, but we come back and we win the next game because we got LeBron James and Anthony Davis back. Like, anything could happen. Like, it's not like we've won every game with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. The Knicks have been pretty solid this year, right? And we're going to be playing them at home. Like, anything could happen. They could get hot. We could struggle. LeBron and AD might not, could have an off night because they sat. Like, it's just, there's too many risks. And we can't, like, all of a sudden, you lose to the Nets and you lose to the Knicks. All of a sudden, you're on a 3-game losing streak and you're right back to square one. And now you've just allowed other teams, because all the teams ahead of us just keep winning. So now those teams are able to pull ahead and we're screwed, right? Like, that's a real problem here. And that's why we can't afford to run this risk. Now, if the Lakers do beat the Nets and AD and LeBron come back and we're able to beat the Knicks, then okay, in hindsight, it'll look okay. It's like, okay, well, good. We were able to get the 2 wins. That's good. We weathered this storm. And, now we can, try to go on a little bit of a run here. I get that. But the Lakers, again, we can't risk this stuff. If we were in the 6th seed or something like that, sure. Take a game off, whatever. But, these next 4 games are very winnable games. The next 5 games are very winnable games, right? And 2 of them we have to win, right? So, like, the Nets, I think, is a winnable game. The Knicks is a winnable game. The Pacers is a winnable game. Pelicans, they're really struggling right now, so I think that that's a winnable game. And then the Thunder, right? The Thunder, don't get me wrong, are no slouches. They've been really good this year, but it's a winnable game, right? So then there's 5, that could be a 5-game win streak right there. We're at 500 going into the Bucks game on the trade deadline day. Hopefully we get a deal in between that time. But instead, if you lose to the Nets and you lose to the Knicks, you're so far behind, and it's just, I don't like the idea of having these guys rest. We can't afford it. We can't unless you have something planned. Like if they're getting ready to do a deal, or something. I don't know, but I don't like the idea of sitting LeBron and sitting AD, especially AD. Like, okay, you want to sit LeBron. LeBron's earned it, right? He's been busting his tail while AD's been out. So okay, fine. But yeah, you have to have AD play. I mean, why did you bring him back? And I get you don't want him to play on the back of his back. He's on a minute restriction, all that stuff. But minute restrict him, but have him play. Play him for 20 minutes a game off the bench, right? We need it. We can't afford to run the risk of losing this game. But I still think the Nets are a winnable game. I do still think that we can match up well against them without LeBron and AD. I think it's a game that we could easily get done. We also won't have Austin Reeves too, so that's something else worth noting. But outside of those 3, we pretty much have everyone. I'm hoping that this will be a game that Rui kind of gets to step up, right? He hasn't really been a part of the offense. It's kind of just been like, I'm going to stand over here, or, I'm going to be a spot up 3-point shooter or whatever. Like, I would love for them to call his number, especially without LeBron and AD, because he's a guy that can go get a bucket and operate in the mid-range. Like, he's one of the guys that are on our team that can probably go get us 20 if you give him the opportunity. I want to see him taking, 15 to 20 shots against the Brooklyn Nets tomorrow. You got to, right? We're not in a position to be taking risks. Like, he's a guy that you went and got to help you now and be a part of your future. A guy that you believe that can help on the defensive end, add some size, and score some points, right? Okay, well then allow him to do that. Integrate him into the offense. Let him start. Let him do what you need him to do, and let's get things going. Let's get the ball rolling. And I hope Rui in that time can step up. I mean, we've seen him go off for 30 points, right? Like when he's given the opportunity and he's fed the ball. I'm not saying he's going to give us 30, but I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility to think that he could go and give us, 20, right? I mean, he averages 13 a game. You telling me like if you give him enough shots, he's not going to be able to go get you 20? I think he can. And especially against the Nets, I think he has the good size. I think he has the athleticism and the youth and the talent to actually win most of those matchups that they're going to throw at him. I think that you're going to need him. Definitely going to need Dennis Schroeder. Thomas Bryant's going to have to be huge. Winning Gabriel, right? Like I hope they go big, right? Problem is that without LeBron and AD, they're probably going to see a lot of four-guard lineups. Probably going to see a lot of, Russell Westbrook, Patrick Beverley, Lonnie Walker, Dennis Schroeder, all on the court at the same time. I hope it's not in too many heavy doses, right? I want to see, give me like starting five. Give me Dennis Schroeder, Patrick Beverley, maybe Lonnie Walker or Troy Brown, Rui Hachimura, and Thomas Bryant. Perfect, right? Now you match up good. You got some size. You got multiple guys that you can throw at Kyrie and stuff. And then give me, off the bench, obviously Russ. If Lonnie doesn't play or Brown doesn't play, then one of them. Give me Winning Gabriel. And just let's start racking this up. Let's start getting back into the swing of things and try to go round out this win without our guys. Also, we really, really, really need Russell Westbrook. This is a team that Russell Westbrook should feast. Absolutely feast on. They don't really have the rim protection. They don't really have size. He should be able to get to the rim, get to the hoop, and put up a bunch of points. He has really been struggling badly lately. He really has. But I think he's better than what he's been in the last few games. I mean, he's shown that. He's had some very good stretches this year. But I really think we need him to have a really good monster game. Him and Dennis Schroeder. Because him and Dennis Schroeder are the guys that we've seen consistently this year that are able to, go get you 20 to 30. Right? So we're going to need Dennis Schroeder and we're going to need Russell Westbrook to have really big games, but especially Russell Westbrook. Like I need Russ to have that OKC game or that 30 12 and 12 game or 25 12 and 12. We need Russ to give us at least 25 this game. And I think he can, right? He's been a lot more aggressive lately, which I like. He's just been struggling to finish, which has been a problem, right? But stay aggressive, stay fast, run the offense, get your assists, allow your team to hopefully step up. But we're gonna need again 25 from him. If we can get 20 from Rui and 20 from Schroeder, I think we'll be okay. I don't think we'll have a problem scoring against the Nets. I don't, but I'm worried that we won't be able to, it's going to come down to a couple stops, right? It's going to come down to, can we stop them and prevent them from putting up 130, right? Like if we can keep them fair on the offensive side, I do think that the Brooklyn Nets is a very winnable game. Assuming Russ, again, plays up to snuff, which we know he can. We're going to need him to step up. And then, again, allow Rui to be the guy. It's why you went and got him. A young workhorse, a young buck that could come in, carry some of the workload, be a piece now and be a piece for the future. If you're not going to give him the opportunity in this game against the Nets, then when are you? And I understand it's only the third game back, but still, our third game with the Lakers, not back, but with the Lakers, but still, right? Give him, what he can do. You went and got him for that purpose. A big, strong forward that could get to his spot, knock down shots, operate in the mid-range. Allow him to do that. Allow him to be the guy that can operate in the mid-range, get you easy buckets, really kind of generate for this team, right? And just get, manufacture some points. That's what we need. Allow him If Russ can kind of give us, like I said, give us 20 to 25, ideally closer to 25, this is a team that he absolutely can. Like, who's guarding him on the Brooklyn Nets, right? Like, he should be fine and should be able to get to the basket at will and be able to really kind of rattle off points here. Be the setup guy. Thomas Bryant, I expect him to have a feast a little bit here. I expect him to kind of have a good game. Luckily, you don't have to worry about them having Kevin Durant, so that's good too. And hopefully we can go in and get this W. They might not even have Ben Simmons and TJ Warren. That'll be interesting to see. But, whether they do, even if they do have Warren and they do have Ben Simmons, I still really believe that this is a winnable game. I really believe that this is a team that we can beat and get it done, right? This is a team that's struggling without Kevin Durant, that don't have the same stats and firepower and all that stuff without Kevin Durant. So let's do our job. Let's do what we need to do and walk away with this W. And then AD and LeBron can come back, match up against the New York Knicks, and then hopefully we go on a 2-game winning streak here. And now we're back into the swing of things, and now we can go on a nice little run to kind of round out this last little stretch here, right? Like, if we can win these next 2 games, that puts us 25 and 27. We're right there. We're back into the swing of things. And then, like I said, the next 2 games after that, I think, are winnable games. Very winnable games against the Pacers, right? That'd be nice. That'd be a 3-game win streak. And then the Pelicans are going to be tough, but I think we can beat them. And then the Thunder going to be tough. I think we can beat them, though. And now, all of a sudden, we're over 500. And we're off to the races going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. And then hopefully by that point we have another move or another trade or something to kind of bolster the roster some more, and we can rattle off some more wins. That's my hope. That's what I'm kind of counting on. We'll see. We'll see if that's how it works out. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. What do you think? Do you think we have a shot against the Brooklyn Nets? Do you think we're not? How do you feel about LeBron and AD sitting out? Are you upset? Are you not? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comment section below.